Hi everyone, my name is Mariam and I'm vlogging every day of April, so please press subscribe. I make videos about books, life, and I'm kind of here just to have a good time. Today I want to talk about 5 specific books that I've read recently, as in within the past few months, that I have really liked. Mainly because I was talking to someone recently about books, and then I just realized I haven't posted anything about books on my YouTube channel since I started my Bookstagram account at Booksnesai. I've actually talked about all the books that I'm going to talk about today on the Instagram page, so feel free to choose your medium. These books were chosen because they kind of just kept me hooked, and I kept reading them and I kept enjoying them, and there weren't really any parts where I just didn't enjoy the process or didn't like it. Like if I was scared, it's because I was supposed to be scared. If I was heartbroken, that's when I was supposed to be heartbroken. It was just an overall beautiful reading experience for each and every one of these books. The first one I want to talk about is A Man Called Ove by Fredrik Backman. This book will absolutely shatter you. It will break your heart. It will take your soul and crush it into smithereens, and you will love every second of it. It is about an old man called Ove, and it reads a little bit like Up the movie. I loved it very, very, very much. I think you could see my bookmark tab thingies. I've been giving this to everyone I know. I've been telling people to read it. I've been kind of pushing this onto people. I think this has now become one of my all-time favorite recommend. Please read this. This had me crying in public. I had to stop reading this because I got so emotionally involved. So good. The next book on my list is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This one was just a cute, fun, beautiful read. I picked it up one night when I couldn't fall asleep, and then I continued to not be able to fall asleep. It is about Simon, and he's figuring out his life and he's growing up, and it kind of touches upon the rigidity of who you are that everyone else places upon you, and what's it like to really be yourself and to tell everyone and take a stand and kind of just an adventure in being who you are. There are some LGBTQ themes in this. It just keeps you reading for the entire time, and it keeps you involved and excited and ready, and you're just kind of hoping that everyone ends up to be happy. It's just a beautiful, beautiful book to read. I highly recommend this one. Next is Everything I Never Told You by Celeste. I don't know how to say her last name. This is a debut novel, but I swear you would not be able to tell. This book was so good. Even though you know exactly what happens in the end from the beginning of the book, it still gets to you. You still feel it. This book has actually made me cry. It takes you in every single direction. It is one of those books that is about the entire family and the dynamics and the way that everyone works together and the reasons why their family is the way it is today. It is so good. I highly recommend it, but the only problem with this one is that it's a little bit dense in terms of it requires a lot of attention in order to get the best out of it. So I would not recommend reading it in the middle of a busy academic year, but you could definitely read it over a break, over maybe a long weekend or something like that. This is very much worth your time. Next is this book called Thin Air by Michelle Paver. Thin Air, a ghost story. Terrifying. I was scared. I'm not usually a fan of horror, but this one specifically I read a little bit. I read the beginning and I thought, oh, that seems really good. This is an example of a book that I picked up in a bookshop, one that I did not know much about, not recommended to me by anyone else. I just saw it sitting there and I was like, oh, hello. Picked it up, read a few pages, and I just kind of loved the entire book. It's so lyrical, it's grips you into the story. It was just really great. It reminded me of this book I read years and years ago about the expedition to go to the North Pole. I don't remember the name of it, but it was supposed to be biographical, and that one also broke my heart. But this one, so good, so scary. Please read it. And the final book on my list is The Bastard of Istanbul by Elif Shafak. Shafak? Don't know. I didn't expect to actually like this book because I really didn't like 40 Rules of Love, because I was just like, didn't enjoy it. But this one, I did. This is the story of a girl who is born a bastard, and it's about her life and about their family. Again, it has family dynamics, it has a multi-generational story. There is much drama in this one, and then you're kind of just surprised at different points. I really, really enjoyed this book so much. I highly recommend it. I was pretty interested the entire way through. I think the writing was quite good. And like with all of them, I just felt like these books are at a higher caliber. They're just such beautiful books to read, and they're so fun. If you've read any of these books, please let me know down below. If you've liked any of them, also let me know down below. Let me know what you're reading. I'm always in the market for a new book. I don't know if you guys would want to see this, but I might want to talk a little bit about my reading habits and how to increase the amount of books that you're reading, how to reach your reading goals, and how to set those habits. Let me know what you guys would like to know more about. I'm going to leave a couple of videos here that I think you might be interested in. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.